Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Conquer College Admissions. This is Julie Kim, college admissions expert and the founder of Passion Prep. So I feel like I've been getting this question way too many times, but I feel like I covered this topic so many times. So I'm gonna just do a video where I'm telling you the answer directly. And as you can tell from the title, do you need to take the SAT and the ACT? And which one should I take over the other? Do colleges like SAT better, ACT better? Let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that we have our free intro training that is 45 minutes short. And this is where you can learn how to get accepted into your dream colleges, what kind of strategies, and what were some of the policy updates that happened in the past year in 2024. So you're gonna really enjoy this training, and I'll put in the link passionprep.com/masterclass. All right, so this video is going to just be straightforward because I feel like I need to tell you guys again and again, and that is no, you do not need to take both tests. So this is what I have my students do. When they enroll in our program, we do our call, and I say, okay, I'm gonna send you an SAT test and an ACT test, and I want you to take both, and I wanna see which test is better for you. And there are a couple of ways to figure it. I mean, there's two ways to figure that out. Number one is the student knows, right? So for example, like ACT has more questions, their reading section is a little bit easier. So the student really likes that. Or the student takes the SAT and she's like, oh my gosh, like the math section is really hard for me. So they'll, like the student, once they take it, they'll get a good idea of which one they prefer a little bit more. So that's more qualitative. Now, what I like to do is compare the scores side by side. And we have a score conversion sheet that compares SAT and ACT. And whichever test gives you a higher score, that's most likely the test that we're going to go with, because you're just a little bit better in that realm of questions and context than the test itself. So that's the first step that I'll take with my students, and that should give you a good idea. Now, some students will tell me like, okay, I'm going to take the ACT test, the real one, just to try it out. And I'm like, no, like I'll give you the test, try it out at home. You don't need to take the real test, because anytime you do multiple things, you're basically wasting your time. Like you could be studying for the SAT while you're studying for the ACT. Like it just doesn't make sense. This college admissions process is very, very demanding, and you don't want to like waste your time doing something that's not going to make a big difference. And then the second question that I talked about earlier was like, which test does school like better? It's the same thing, like no difference. If you take the SAT and you do better at it, that's good. If you don't do well in it, there's no difference, and it doesn't matter which one you do. I could also go on about when is the best time to prepare for the test, and I've said this in my previous video before, but usually during summer months would be good, but if you cannot do it during summer, then we'll usually try to avoid like final season or Thanksgiving and Christmas time, because that's when things get really busy at school as well. And usually the prep time for our students would be about 3 to 6 months. But ideally, we want to just prep for June, July, August, and then take the August and the October test and be done with it in the SAT situation. So I don't feel, because what happens is like students would like study really hard during summer, and they'll take a little break, and then the score will go down a lot again. So you just kind of want to study really, really hard during that duration of the period and then be done with it. And that is really our goal. And some students want to do one-on-one tutoring. Some students want to do like group style, online lectures. I mean, it really depends on your learning style and also your score. So if you have a pretty low score, then you want to probably take a foundational class first and then do one-on-one a little later. So you want to mix and match a little bit. You don't always have to feel like you have to like do what everyone else is doing when it comes to SAT or ACT prep. ACT is coming up with a couple of changes. They're going digital, so that video, once that it's final, I'll go ahead and do it for you. But lots of changes in the SAT, ACT world ever since COVID, so that's that. But in terms of Ivy League and top tier colleges, we do aim for 1500 to 1540 plus, and that's our benchmark. And obviously for different students and different college goals, it's gonna look a little bit different. So we also have our one-year college counseling program, Passion Project Bootcamp, really famous for giving you that personalized guidance and giving you support with your passion projects and research positions. So if you want to learn more about our program, you can go ahead and check out passionprep.com/bootcamp. Thank you all for watching. Bye.